So this guy in my Discord server was looking for someone to make a thumbnail, and I thought, what if I just make the thumbnail? And since he just messaged me this rough draft, I can basically show you guys how I would make this thumbnail. So the main things I'm looking for when I'm trying to make a thumbnail are, what are the subjects, so the players, and then the background, which is the nether. And going off that, we can first of all go into the nether for the background, and then second of all, for the players, this is something really cool I use, guys, is the mod Blockbuster. Not many of you probably know about this, but I use this to make a lot of my thumbnails. And basically, you can spawn in players to be in any pose you want, basically. So first, I'm gonna get the guy who's asking me his skin. So we can just choose this, Steve, and then pick the skin. And I have all my skins in these folders somewhere. And since he's wearing diamond armor, I'm just gonna use my pre-saved hotbar by doing this. Pretty efficient there. And then we have full diamond, and I'll just hold a sword. And now I can record. Now I'm recording, bro. And we'll just stand here for a few seconds. That should be good. Now check it out. If I press another button to play it, that's him. And now we need the other people that he's fighting, I guess. And for the side characters, I couldn't find one of the skins. I tried to look it up on NameMC, couldn't find it. So we're just gonna use a Steve skin and an Invis guy, because those are pretty broad, and that's what you want to look for in thumbnails. I have the Steve skin selected, so now I'm just going to get in good position to record it in. We'll go like right here, and basically play it. I have my armor on, my shield, and my sword, and we'll just look at him so that it is in a good position. Boom, and then we'll do it again, except this time I'll splash Invis, so that we're invisible this time, and record. So now, check it out. We have the main character, the guy who messaged me, and then Invis guy and Steve. Perfect. And I know it doesn't look exactly the same, there's not armor trims, there's not, you know, the new nether update, but, you know, if I wanted to go and make it professional, I would obviously do those things, but this is just for an example for the Rasplin Extras channel, and besides that, it also looks more broad, so it's not really too bad, to be honest. It looks more simple, because the things you're looking for in a good thumbnail are keeping it broad, so that a lot of people can click on it, not too niche, aka have the Steve skins and a simple background, so not bad. So now, how do you actually take the perfect screenshot? Well, you could just, you know, back up, lower your FOV, and do this. Press F1, and boom. You know, not bad, but I use a mod called Replay Mod, which I've talked about that a lot of times. If you don't know how to get it, there's tutorials all over YouTube, but I'm just gonna play that and then let it sit for a few seconds. And now we can go to home screen, check it out. Go into the Replay Mod viewer, and we now have a full cinematic view of the shot. I can also disable myself, so I'm invis, and now you can really get the perfect angle for the screenshot. So we'll go something like here. My rule of thumb is try to make your main character take up 1/3 of the screen. That's generally the good rule. And then the enemies can take up, you know, the rest of the 2/3, whatever. So something like this. It really depends on what you want, but we'll take a couple, you know, just so you can have a few examples and pick which one you likes best. So we'll do that angle. We'll get like this angle, maybe one from the back. Maybe he'll like this angle too. I'll even do another one using a trick I use in a few thumbnails, which is elevating the enemies so it looks like they are looking down at you, which can give off a feeling of intimidatingness and kind of help with making it better, basically. So I just built a platform now, and I'm going to re-record these guys so that they are on top of it now, like this. And now, once again, we're just going to get the replay shot, and boom, it's done. So now that we have all the screenshots, I'm using a website called Photopea to actually make the thumbnail, which is basically Photoshop, but it's free. And it's pretty nice. So we're going to grab all the screenshots from my folder, and boom, put them in. From here, I'll usually just pick the best ones that I think, you know, fit the best. I'll pick the best 3. So this is a good angle. These are the same angle, so I'll just pick this one because it fills up more of the screen than this one. Delete that. And then we'll keep this one because it's also a new angle. So really, between these 3, I like this one best because they're elevated. So I'll just delete the first 2. And now bro has 3 options to pick from. But we're not done yet because we can also make this look better. You see here, raise the brightness and contrast. Look at that, instantly it looks a bit better. You don't want to overdo it, but do enough that it looks, you know, how you want it. So we'll do about that much. And then we can also do some vibrance, some saturation, so it looks more colorful and clickable. That's a good amount, and we can just do the same thing for these 2 as well. So now guys, after a couple minutes of work, we have went from this to this, or this one. I know it's not exactly the same, but just showing you guys an example mostly of how you could make a thumbnail better. So I hope you guys learned something. I'm gonna send these to him and just see what he says. Hopefully he likes them. If he doesn't, well, GG, but Yeah, we tried. But I also wanted to do this to show you guys that if you guys want me to make your thumbnails, maybe I'll start some sort of business, you know, on Fiverr or something, that I can make thumbnails for people. If you guys like, who knows? Let me know in the comments if you'd want me to do that, maybe. But yeah, there's the thumbnails. That's about it. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.